Oh, messy. Okay. I'm not using the mortar gun because it makes the mortar too wet. Too wet to for it to dry quickly. You have to have it real wet to get it to go. But I did use it a minute ago because some of these panels have been undercut by water. It's too tight for my trowel, so I'm using a paint roller just to get it down in there. This is a great raking tool for getting stuff out of the cracks and for packing things down in there where it's too tight. What I'm trying to do is keep filling this little edge here and keep getting that up to top. And what I'm doing is I'm just striking the edges, maybe one down in the middle, and I'm just leaving it at that. I might do a little brushing tomorrow, but I think the more I do that, the more I do this, I think the longer the joint will last. If you brush it on the end, I think you've lost all that smooth juice that you work in. That's what I'm trying to do, is bring a little bit of the juice to the surface. And if I wanted to expose, I've got a mix of what do you call it, sharp sand in here, 1 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 sharp sand and 3 regular sand. And I'm not seeing much in the way of texture on those things, on that 1 to 4 mix. I think you need a 2 to 2 if you really want something to go. But then what you would do, from what I understand, when you do this with lime-based mortars, you take a brush and then whack it down like that, hit it down, and that helps, that brings out the grain or the stone that you want it to show up. And then these little joints here, there's a little bit of a sharp sand rock there. I'll go that way, then I'll get this one fixed nicely and then finish it off like so. So just keep working this edge, trying to get that level instead of having to come back and do it again. Add to it. I want to just keep filling it as I go along. Now the mortar's so dry, or dry enough, that I don't think it's going to stain very much, these little pieces laying around. And over here in this corner, I'm leaving that open, that hole open down in there, so that the water has some place to go. Because they didn't have any place for it to go before, and I think the water sat over in this corner. And that's why it had so many of these bricks were undercut, because it's just sitting in water. But I did see on a video the other day about leveling this stuff down to the right height, and I'm using this finishing tool, and that works out just perfect for me. Now it's pretty much the right height. Makes it easier to apply. And I got this one here. Come back, and also what I'm doing, hopefully you can still see that. Is I'm taking just a little wet paintbrush, getting those edges, giving those things a little bit of moisture so they don't suck all the moisture out of the cement. I don't want, if I wanted to use a spray gun, the water would go everywhere, and then I think I might end up having more problems with staining. So if I don't, and up here in the end where that's going to join, there's a good place to get that a little bit damp. Let me get my knee pad on. those little loose ones off. Back in there. I guess you guys heard about the shooting in America yesterday in Las Vegas. An American with a machine gun or two. A millionaire American with several expensive weapons decided he wanted to kill a bunch of people for no good reason and then kill himself. It sounds like, nobody said it yet, they have mentioned the fact that he had some high value transactions in the poker area. He liked to gamble. He's a millionaire, so that's what he did in his retirement. He went to live outside of Vegas and play on the poker machines, it sounds like. Guess it takes all kinds. You know, just doing those edges exaggerated. Making a mess now. That was messy. But if this is too wet, every time you drop one of those things, it'll stain your work. So that's it. Basically, that's what I do. If I got any deep places, I'll fill them up, but I need to go back to the radio and listen to the radio. So I've got a lot more to do today. This is where I started. I started with trying to fill those holes with some sloppy mix, but then I realized, oh, the mortar gun works good when it's wet. So that's what I did. I filled those were deep holes over there. Did those, and then this mortar board's helping things move along a bit. So I just got to keep going rest of the day on this. Oh, I'm aching back. Where's my sign?